Breaking news has sent shockwaves through the NFL community and beyond. Former Baltimore Ravens defensive tackle Arthur Jones has tragically passed away at just 39 years old. The news of his death was confirmed this week, leaving fans, teammates, and the entire football world in disbelief. Jones, who played a key role in the Ravens Super Bowl XLVII victory, is being remembered not only as a fierce competitor on the field, but also as a loyal teammate and a man of strong character off it. Tributes are pouring in from fellow athletes, coaches, and fans who recall Jones's incredible journey from a humble beginning to the pinnacle of professional football. At only 39, his life was cut far too short, raising questions and sparking conversations about health, legacy, and the fleeting nature of sports stardom. For many, his passing feels personal, not just because of his contributions to the Ravens, but also because of the inspiration his story brought to aspiring athletes everywhere. Right now, the entire sports community is mourning a man who gave his all to the game. But beyond the headlines of his untimely death lies a remarkable life story filled with determination, grit, and triumph. To truly understand why Arthur Jones's passing hit so hard, we need to go back and revisit the journey that defined him. This isn't just the story of a football player. It's the story of resilience, family, and chasing dreams against the odds. Arthur Willis Jones III was born on June 3, 1986, in Rochester, New York. Growing up in a modest household, Arthur quickly stood out, not only because of his size, but also because of his drive. He was part of a close-knit family that valued hard work, faith, and discipline. His parents instilled in him the belief that nothing comes easy, and Arthur carried that lesson throughout his life. Sports were always central to his identity. While many people remember him for his football dominance, what's lesser known is that Arthur was also a standout wrestler in high school. He excelled in both football and wrestling at Union Endicott High School, showcasing a rare combination of strength and agility. Wrestling sharpened his toughness and discipline, while football became the platform where his dreams began to take shape. After graduating, Arthur took his talents to Syracuse University. There, he became a force on the defensive line, gradually developing into one of the most reliable players on the roster. His college years weren't without setbacks, though. He suffered injuries that tested his resolve, but time and again, Arthur bounced back stronger. Those who followed his career at Syracuse often remember his tenacity. He wasn't the loudest guy in the room, but his presence was undeniable. In 2010, his dream became a reality when the Baltimore Ravens drafted him in the 5th round of the NFL draft. For Arthur, it was the culmination of years of grit and sacrifice. But being a late-round pick meant he had to prove himself even more. And prove himself he did. At first, he was a role player, fighting for every snap. But Arthur's work ethic and dedication soon earned him respect in the locker room. His big moment came in 2012, during the Ravens' magical season that ended with a Super Bowl victory. Arthur played a vital role in that championship run, helping the Ravens defeat the San Francisco 49ers in Super Bowl XLVII. For him, lifting the Lombardi Trophy wasn't just about personal glory. It was about validating the journey that had brought him there. From Baltimore, Arthur's career continued with the Indianapolis Colts and later the Washington Redskins. Though injuries would eventually slow him down, he never lost the grit that defined his playing days. His teammates often described him as dependable, selfless, and always willing to put the team first. But Arthur's story isn't just about him, it's also about family. The Jones family produced not one, not two, but 3 professional athletes. Arthur's younger brothers, Chandler and Jon Jones, became stars in their own right. Chandler carved out a career as one of the NFL's most dominant pass rushers, while Jon became a legendary figure in the world of mixed martial arts. Widely considered one of the greatest UFC fighters of all time. Together, the Jones brothers became a symbol of athletic excellence, each excelling in their own domain. Arthur, as the eldest, was often seen as the steady anchor, the one who set the example. Despite the fame and recognition, Arthur always kept a grounded perspective. He valued family dinners, community, and giving back. Friends and colleagues remember him as someone who carried himself with humility, never letting stardom overshadow his roots. Of course, his journey wasn't without challenges. Injuries plagued the latter part of his career, leading to difficult decisions about retirement. Like many athletes, transitioning out of professional sports was not easy, but Arthur faced it with the same resilience that defined his time on the field. He shifted his focus to his family, personal growth, and inspiring others. One of the most inspiring aspects of Arthur's life was how he embraced the role of mentor. Whether it was encouraging young athletes or supporting his brothers, he saw leadership not as a duty, but as a calling. Those close to him often spoke about his ability to lift others up, even when he himself was facing struggles. And that's why his passing feels like such a deep loss. At 39, Arthur still had so much life ahead of him, so much wisdom to share, so much more to give. His death serves as a reminder of how fragile life is, even for those who seem larger than life. As we look back on his legacy, Arthur Jones will always be remembered as more than just a football player. He was a son, a brother, a teammate, and a champion. His story, marked by perseverance, family values, and triumph over obstacles, continues to inspire, even in his absence. Arthur Jones's journey shows us that true greatness isn't just about the highlights on the field, it's about the character, the resilience, and the love you leave behind. While his life ended far too soon, his story will continue to motivate athletes and dreamers for years to come.